Alright, let's... Might have been a smart idea to clear out my tabs before going live, but hindsight 2020... Yes. Alright. We got a multi-phase process going on here. First, I gotta make sure... Yep. Looks like we got a stream window going. Let me just make sure that things are live on that end. And now to share the stream around in a couple places and we'll be good to go. Been a busy weekend, all things considered. But it'll be nice to knock this out. Oh, that was just YouTube videos moving along. That's what I was saying though. It'll be nice to get this knocked out early on. Sun, the Lost Age Randomizer. Once I learn how to spell things like significant and hiatus correctly, thank you, autocorrect. Online spell checks, or spell checks built into software in general, it's probably one of the greatest inventions of the modern era. Yeah. I actually was old enough to go to school back in the days where you actually had to use a dictionary to spell check everything you wrote. And I'm so glad that I happened to hit adult right when that got phased out for essentially the internet. I can't even imagine how many times my butt's been saved by digital spell checks. What was I getting at? After a significant hiatus caused by getting stumped, sick, and more, I think it's time to finally resume this Lost Age Randomizer adventure. That seems like a good enough singing bit. It's a little bit of a shame that I kind of just swore off Twitter, because it still seems like enough people use it that, like, even just posting a blue sky, I'm not sure if it does any good, because I'm not sure if anyone following me even has a blue sky account. It is the social media that I use, although that activity kind of died down a bit. It's getting a little bit of deja vu because I was on high for the longest time. Technically my account's still there, but I kind of deleted the app after giving up on hoping anyone would latch onto it, especially with Blue Sky being a thing now. And I could post it on there, but my account is private until I figure out what I want to do with it. So it's not like the only people that would see it are people already following me, which might be worth it, but nah. I don't feel like seeing what's going on the bird site today. Or the knockoff X-Play. I still have to come up with a dumb nickname for X. It's never going to be Twitter again, especially if I'm going to move on past it. I should just embrace its new identity, I suppose. You know what, I didn't even think about it, but maybe I could just re-blog this on the main Tumblr, that is. Oh yeah, Discords. I should post... Maybe I should post it on my own Discord that we're actually live. Because yes, I've done it already, just... kind of said like, oh, I'll be live within like 10 minutes or so. No definite plans, but I'm gonna work on getting set up now. The promo pads. I think if only for the Discord posts, I'll include Golden Sun and Golden Sun the Lost Age. Especially because it's a more broad audience, so there's a more... I'm not saying people will not recognize Lost Age as Golden Sun the Lost Age, but I will say that it's more likely to happen. Alright, so that'll do it here. A little something here. And I think I'm good with Discord. A little unfortunate that I'm finally ready to go right on one of the better song, right on the good song. I think every Golden Sun song is at least an earworm, but obviously you got bangers like Cyril's theme that have a bit more of a punch to them. And it's almost over. So let me just close it out. Yeah, open this up. I did some audio level testings before the stream is live, but... oh, right, I can't click on that. As I was saying though, I did some testing before going live, so... it doesn't hurt to know if audio levels are too loud or soft with the game and all that. Just a little quick stream marker to... save me a little time in editing, possibly, with cutting out the setup or having a time stamp for it. Let's hop in. So you might be wondering what I'm doing back at Amno State Sacum, or just town in general, when we've been here already and I gave up trying to find anything and just threw dice around for a solid 30 to 50 minutes. I honestly forgot. But if I can go back in, I could quickly show you all that there was a little something I forgot. Is it really not going to let me back in now that I got it? Weird. Like, maybe it was like I had to use reveal. I can't believe I already forgot. This is just me trying to show off something that I already did off screen. Yeah. Right down here at the very end, this area that I thought was completely pointless until endgame, there's actually a chest here, and you'll never guess what was inside that treasure chest. Yeah, freaking Magma Ball. It's no Cyclone or anything like that, but with this, we can finally go to Prox, which it's a big enough incentive in of itself to finally be able to resume our randomized adventures. First, though, how messy is my inventory? And I think it just seems more messy than it is because Felix is front-loaded with being the lead of the party and all, taking all the items as we get them. Wouldn't hurt to give myself a little refresher on where we're up to. So we got one of the three prongs that we need to progress into Lumaria. We got a good assortment of synergies. The latest one we got was Mind Read, but also have your basic early game utility spells, Whirlwind and Douse, Sand, Reveal. You can kind of see them on screen. And yet, with everything we had, I was like stuck on a roadblock for several portions of a stream. But with the Magma Ball, we can get the cannon, and with the cannon, I thought that was gonna fast travel me to the front of the town. Whoop. You know, I was thinking along, I remember I forgot to do this thing of refresh myself of what the hints are. I have it recorded as a video and everything, and I forgot to do it. But I do know that, like, going to Prox will be key to getting something. And with this Magma Ball, we can go to Prox. So I'm just gonna go on a whim and try to head on over to Prox and make our way towards... Oh yeah, that's right. We have to go to Loho first, get the cannon, and then we can go to Prox. Now I'm shaking off that rust. Oh yeah, and once we actually use the cannon, we can get you... It looks empty. I wonder what we can put inside of it. Maybe a glowing red ball of volcanic rock? Who's to say that that would work? Oh well, nothing's stopping us from trying. Just a note, that wall was not made out of ice. It's a solid stone wall. Maybe even more conform materials than that. And yet, the Magma Rock just completely obliterated. Right. Healing Fungus. I think that's the one that lets us get a Ginny, which will be nice in itself. And it's awfully convenient that we have left here. I'll take whatever's inside here, even if I gotta dig for it. Something berry, but I can't dig it up by hand. I can't remember if that's vanilla text or something that the randomizer added, because I do recall more cases of just having to do guesswork of finding things buried underground. Or maybe it would work with reveal as well. No sign of anything significant. Guess it wouldn't hurt to dig around just to be sure. The question is, do I want to go to Prox first or take care of that item? I think I'll lean towards the prior, because all we gotta do is go to Prox. But then we can fast travel there at any time. I don't think we'll be missing out on too much. Right, you can go there, you can go on Shiba. We're not too far away from some multi-class shenanigans. And hopefully, like, when we get to Prox, we can get Cyclone and hopefully take care of the Jupiter Lighthouse. I just remembered that in order to complete the Jupiter Lighthouse, we're gonna need Hover. So it might take a little bit longer. that was... I think that's it. We just need to do that in order to progress the scene to actually get the cannon installed onto our boat. Alright, let's take the journey north one last time. And hopefully never have to go through this long trek again. So, a lot has happened since the last time I streamed this. Big one being that whole Golden Sun NSL release. Hopefully some of you that are actually advanced NSO owners have gotten the chance to play the game. As much as I want more people to play Golden Sun, I completely understand if it's out of your budget personally to go and buy the premium version of Switch Online just to play one virtual console game. Biggest reason why I'm not pushing as hard for people to actually go out and play it, but if that's not an obstacle for you, then it's probably the simplest way to play Golden Sun and Golden Sun The Lost Age. Especially because you can no longer buy it digitally with the Wii U and 3DS shops down. And hold on, I got a sip. Now, are they going to play the cutscene? No, the cutscene was specifically telling us that we couldn't progress quite yet, so I don't think you're going to play the cutscene again. It just seems like a type of cutscene that would be repeatable if you came here multiple times. Alright, so I guess this is close enough. Is that a spray for having the cannon and not the wings? What? So much for having to go into my item inventory to get the cannon. Right, now what could possibly be here in particular? That would let us get Cyclone. Oh, yeah, I guess there's a couple bridges we can open up. Don't mind me if I'm taking in things and listening to what the NPCs have to say. Even though there shouldn't be any additional dialogue because it's normally impossible to get here this early. There's a part of me that kind of ponders if there would be any special dialogue that I might have missed otherwise. Specifically for this sort of scenario. Oh, I see something half buried and it looks like a utility skill. Thankfully we got the means to actually dig it out of the ground. Now is that... Okay, that's one of the two things that we need for the Jupiter Lighthouse. Right off the bat. Real good sign. Cyclone is the more useful of the two. So I'm a little disappointed that it's not that, but Isaac's party is not that far away. Anything new that I can get from you? Oh. Yeah, okay, I was wondering if I had somewhat... Maybe... Oh. Maybe I should have saved that money for foraging. Ah well. I guess if we really want money, I could spend another day just rolling dice in a dice minigame. Is there any artifacts? That's what I actually should have been checking out. Oh wait, it's normal. Oh, I just assumed that it was an artifact because it's a freaking mist potion. No. You can buy as many as you like, and I probably just bought more than I'll ever need. Not that I could probably afford any after that whole debacle, yeah. Well, I'm sure we'll get more money eventually. Alright, is that the only thing that I can get in here. There should at least be an apple tree that I can use catch on. Oh, that was a blind guess. I'm surprised I figured that out so easily after, like, who knows, years since the last time I've been in this area. You know, I could probably sell the magma rock now that I think more about it, but first, let's make sure that I'm not missing out on anything around here. Nothing there. That looks like totally able to climb along the top of that sort of rocks. Well, they wouldn't have an open area like here if there wasn't something I could get from it. Oh. Sorry, friend. Didn't exactly see where I was going. Let me help you out of there. Shoutouts to this Jin being a trooper. It was apparently obvious that it was kind of annoyed, and yet it just joined us without any sort of hassle like a champ. Did we get burst yet? Because I didn't even think about that. Let's try revealing first, and go from there, you know? Yeah, oh, man, if I have to come back... Right, I don't have burst because that's the main reason I wasn't able to explore Magma Rock. It'd be kind of silly to come all the way back here just for one thing though, but at least I can easily fast travel. I'm kind of curious how far we can get into the Mars Lighthouse. We'll at least get far enough to get any special items or anything. But I don't know if that'll really be possible without... Like, this is the end game. So I highly doubt that we have everything we need. Also, I just realized we have burst, so we're probably not going to get anywhere, but I'm still willing to give it a shot. I'm more so worried that we're probably under-leveled, because they're in this, like, endgame area, and I do not feel... I definitely don't have endgame stats. Unless I... Do I even have... It's been so long, I might not even have a void off. Yeah, this is a terrible idea, but I'm gonna roll with it anyways. Fish, with cold courage, they rule the water. That's the most opposing description of a fish that I've ever seen. Dragons, burning with might, they rule the fires. Really nothing that we can do here. Bird, on wings of truth, they rule the winds. Bird, just something about bird. Embodies the element of wind, the most opposing force of the element. Mankind, with the power of wisdom, they rule the earth. It's like bird. I don't know. They rule the wind because they have wings or something. Moving on. You know, it might help me get caught up in levels quickly if I do find like a wonder bird and I'm able to take care of it without too much issue. Let's see how bad of an idea it is to come here this early. Ragnarok you. Who's my first defensive option that I have? I mean, I don't know how much resistance is going to help with two bowls with an axe. The E is silent, but you gotta be careful not to pronounce the X as an S. you should have. I could have sworn I had someone with the defensive gens. What could I be getting it mixed up with, though? Alright, I guess that if nothing else, we can see their raw power firsthand, assuming they have the audacity to even attack me. Multiple bath you. Maybe I was getting mixed up with having Protect as synergy. Not that bad, all things considered. Like, the attack boosting's not great, but I was expecting to, like, get obliterated by the enemies in here. I guess I'm just free to explore until I hit a dead end of some sort. Okay, it is a good thing that I came here. Because I can think of at least one thing that we can do with Force. Yeah, who would have thought? Just one random chest and an optional dungeon that most people would just ignore because it's endgame. And that had the key that we needed to actually make progress on the seed. I mean, I'm not sure, and now that I think more about it, I'm not sure why I'm protecting. I just proved in the last battle that I don't really need it. Just something doesn't seem right. I'm only level 24. I remember, like, being in endgame. Even in Golden 1, like, endgame's a little... 25's not weird for endgame, but it's not too surprising to be closer to 30. Yeah, I think that's... Oh, there is that other door. Unless I've been there already. Don't mind me, I'm just making sure I exhaust all the options before leaving here, because we already got one more synergy than I was expecting to get from this little bit of exploration. Who knows if that just opens up the door for there being even more that's within my reach. Oh! I was wondering about... Blah 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 blah. Hey Creepy Rewrite, welcome. Tundra is mid. Like, you find this area particular underwhelming, or the tundra environment in general? In the meantime, let me... Probably not a bad idea not to get too caught up in things. Oh, mid-game. No, I'm not in the tundra. I'm in the Mars Lighthouse. Granted, we're not gonna beat the game. I just figured I'd come here on a whim because I had to come to. Shoot, we were just there and I'm blanking out on the name. Cult? The town. Yeah. I mean, this is where the randomizer is, like, opening up, because I feel confident that we got at least a couple more streams of this. And yet we're already in endgame area. Shoot, I'm having a brain fart now if I actually explored everywhere in here or not. But yeah, like, in between the last room and this one, I was roaming around trying to look for any items I might have missed. And one of the things I found was the Magma Ball. So, we have the cannon before having the wings. And with that in mind, we were able to get it past that ice obstacle and actually make it all the way here. Again, like, we need burst still, so I'm pretty sure we're gonna hit a roadblock eventually. But just in town, I got hover. I'm kind of hoping the Cyclone's not too far away, because once we get those two, we'll be ready to take on the Jupiter Lighthouse. The thing is that you got strong gear. You're right, I didn't take that in mind. I'm so used to having, like, Djinns kind of carry your stats. Which, I mean, I guess we kind of close to endgame levels of Djinns. It wouldn't be that way if we had the I-6 party, because, like, they would probably take, like, half the Djinnies that we got, but still. No, that's the way I came. So this is the way forward. But yeah, I guess gears would also make me seem stronger than I actually am as well. Which is fine by me, because that means I don't have to worry about not taking any encounters here. And all the more time to gain experience for the final boss. Abuse is a bit of a strong word. The game gave me the materials to make all those forged equipment, so I made forged equipment. Granted, like, blame the randomizer, not me. If anything, the randomizer abused the blacksmith. I feel like a broken record here. But I kind of feel... It's been a while since I've been in this place, but I remember Burst coming into play a lot earlier than it actually is, and... now I'm curious just how far we can go. What do you mean lies? I speak the truth. The randomizer seed gave me a bunch of forgeable material earlier than I would have access to. It's not my fault that I pick up everything I see. In fact, like, just in the time frame I'm walking over here, I got, like, even more forgeable material that I haven't even clocked in. Oh, hi, Random Djinn. Ah, you're from, like, the non-transfer save files. It's been so long since I've seen a Djinni in here that it kind of, like, caught me off guard. Granted, I haven't played the game in a long time in general, but I feel like I've played enough time back in my childhood to... that a Djinn that doesn't belong can stand out a bit more than usual. So I get the feeling this is our endpoint, which is fine because I'm sure there's some stuff we can do with Force. Well, not a lot. It's surprisingly underutilized, being an I-6 synergy and all, but speaking of the forging place, that does remind me of the one thing that we can do with Force. And hopefully Cyclone's not too far away, but considering how much I explored before I hit that exhaust point, I'm a little worried about hitting it too soon. Okay, good, I can teleport to Prox. I'm surprised the Mars Lighthouse isn't on here as well. Maybe it's just because I'm too close to it. Alright. Where is Sunshine's little home? Yeah, over here in yellow. And we could probably catch in the healing fungus for another gin, but not sure if I even want another gin at the moment. Here we go. Oh, don't tell me I actually need Cyclone to actually get anything in here. Ugh. Well, it doesn't look like I would be missing out on too much anyways. Just a trainer whip. Which is weird, because I thought I had that already. You do? Oh. Do you mind clarifying? I don't think I was looking at the chat right when you said that message, so I'm not quite sure what's being referred to. Let's see. I know with Hover, as much as it pains me to say, we can go back to Shaman Village for like the 20th time. There is like one other thing, but I need carry before I be able to do that thing. Right, the swamp is something I want to do, but I need growth before we can do anything with that. Let me focus on what I can do, and I'll just cross my fingers that the amount of things I can't do will go down. As I knock things off the checklist. Yep. It's cool. It happens to the best of us. And for people like me, it happens more often than I like to admit. I think I've done that already. I can't believe I'm climbing this dungeon a third time. Part of me wants to wait until we get Isaac's party, just in case that scene is tied to it, but also there's stuff with Cyclone, which makes me wonder if it's even worth it. Screw it. We're already in the cave. I guess we'll find out soon enough. I just have to embrace the fact that it might be a fourth time that we make this climb, not including during the trial itself. Please be a wall to climb. Or vines, that works too. Gaia's Rock, growth was holding me back from Gaia's Rock. Cyclone and growth, I think, are the two things that I could really use the most right now. But I'm trying to figure out what everything that we can get with these new synergies that we got. We did get 2. You think 2 synergies would open up a lot, but let's be honest, Hover basically exists for Jupiter Lighthouse. It's kind of a miracle there's anything else to do with it. And Force, that one thing we did with it, it's kind of the only one that comes to mind that we can actually do with Force. It's probably the second most underutilized synergy, if not the most underutilized. Is that a double negative? I guess I could also say least utilized and get the same point across. But does it count as a double negative if you don't actually use a word like no or not? Alright, it's the quickest way. Yeah, not bothering with that puzzle garbage when I could just ride up like this. Alright. This gets us access to the side area, but it's a shame that I remembered as I was going through the cave that there's probably some things hiding underneath Cyclone. but at least I'm finally getting some mileage out of Lift. I was kind of worried that that was another one of those synergies that barely get used in the game. But no, they just save it for endgame areas, because that's when Isaac would normally join the party. It makes enough sense in of itself. Oh, I forgot that I didn't have a void off. It's gotta just be my imagination, but you seem way more resilient than the enemies in the Mars Lighthouse. But then again, I was just using standard attacks. Alright. If there's at least one thing I can get, which I do see, but the unfortunate thing I also kind of see that when the first thing you see is a synergy crystal, that's not the greatest of signs. Well, I might as well take encounters because I kinda need the money. Because I burnt it all on mist potions that I'll probably never use. Alright, at least we can reveal this. I would have done this before, but I like having mind read on R. It makes me feel good. Yeah. Since this is obviously supposed to be a Jupiter Genie, can we just take a moment to appreciate... Well, maybe we won't be able to appreciate it. Save? I don't see anything here that could really be devastating, but backups don't hurt. Can anyone, like, heal while we're in here? Right, yeah, before we do the obvious solution, I just want to take a minute to appreciate this glory of the flying Mars Genie. It's a shame that the screen's not a little wider. But I want to do it while we can, because I don't think we'll ever have an opportunity to see something this magnificent ever again. Oh yeah, the whole escape of it doesn't run away. Not really hasn't really been a non-issue for me in the past, but I appreciate the concern. We're not too far away from a place we can just run off and get the load back in. I gotta fight it eventually. It's just too good. It's like you obviously know that it's supposed to be a Jupiter Genie with wings. Oh well. Oh dear. This is a new occurrence. Well, I think I know what my next... Sorry, the spin kind of caught me off guard. That was pretty good timing. But I think I know what the next short's gonna be. Good things have to come to an end eventually. Just give me a minute. That should be enough silence to mess around. That should be enough silence in case I ever want to mess around with it in editing. Mars Genie appears, and I just realized how much I wasted my synergy points on utility spells. Not too much I can do with you. Call Zombie will probably do a decent amount, but Impair might do more. Boost the resistance, or do I just go for an attack? Let's see, maybe I can get a Bane off, because Ginny seemed to be more generous with their the statuses that they're immune and resist than other enemies. Though I could be proven wrong. Oh hey! Something that could hurt us. Who would have thought? Alright, can I get a point? Good. That, honestly, that seals the game. Like, we won. I guess as long as it doesn't run away. Because that Venom is gonna take it out eventually. Alright, where's my AoE healing when I need it? Go call Zombie. I should... Oh, it's really this one single Mars Ginny that was screwing everything up. Of course it is. And it's a revival Jin, so it's not really even like something I can use without wasting a turn. Let me see if you also have anything in note. No, you know what? I think I might be better off just wasting Pierce's turn just so we can have Wish or something like that. Alright. I guess in the meantime I can use Crystal. Let's see it. Oh! I guess I was over-prepared for nothing. But now that I know that, I guess I'll have to pay a little more attention to my party. Well, nice to see you too, Torch. It kinda took a bit for you to come around. Alright, so that pushes us up to 3 gens. You know what, you seem to... Yeah, Shiba seems to just have all the miscellaneous Jinnies. So I don't really see much of a reason to change that quite yet. Eventually we're gonna get the second party, and we won't have to worry about those sorts of shenanigans going forward. Alright, unfortunately everything else seems to be hidden away under bushes. I'll check the strategy guide once we get Cyclone to see if it's worth coming back here. If my memory serves, it might just be a mad plant and stuff like that. It might be like static things that the randomizer wouldn't even bother to change. But not really too much that we can do. I wonder, wait, is this a shortcut the whole time? No, that's just... I guess if you really hate using hover... No, it's not even good for that, it's just... They really couldn't bother to put another hover panel to let you get back the way you came, so... They had this extra convoluted path. Alright, please just let me retreat back to town. That would be nice. Guess who's gotta make the climb down now? Unless... No, that only works in the challenge itself, I suppose. Well, time to speed run backtracking. My favorite activity. Man. I grew up thinking like, backtracking is not so bad. I played Donkey Kong 64 and it was my favorite platformer for the longest time. Surely there's no way I could be bothered by backtracking. But it has been a while since I've last sat down and played through all of Donkey Kong 64. And I'm a little hesitant to, because I almost like to keep the positive memories. But I remember, like, going back to Jungle Japes as an example, when you get the other Kongs, it isn't too bad, especially if you just wait until you get chunky and then make one trip with all the Kongs you didn't have when you first went into that area. I remember that not being so bad. And doing it that way, like a whole bunch, so many new areas opened up that you barely even noticed that you were going back through repeated ground. But again, I haven't really done it since childhood. And yeah, I did do the animals. We got Mind Read and like Treasure Cave once I had Lift, and the very first thing I did was go around and Mind Read all the animals. The bad news, they didn't have anything special, but the good news is that the doggy doesn't have to go hungry. Actually, can I just rest up in town? Yeah, it's a little expensive, but I'm sure I'll get that money back. Let's see, I now have Hover and Force. Didn't think I have to pull this out so soon, but let me skim through the guide real quick just to see. If there's anything new that I missed, it shouldn't be too hard to actually skim through and find them, because both of those are skills you don't get until very late in the game, so I could skip like half the guide. And yeah, Healing Fungus is what gets us the Djinn. I do it, but I know it's going to be a Djinny, so wait. The Laughing Fungus is in the cliffs. I thought it was the Healing Fungus, and then you take that to the old couple. No, I'll come back to it later. Don't want to get too sidetracked. Yeah, man, Cyclone feels like a big holdup because there's a whole dungeon that I can't do. Well, 2 dungeons if I count Gaius Rock, but there's a lot blocked, a surprising amount blocked off by Cyclone. Actually, what was holding me off from doing the Sea God's Tier dungeon anyways? Cause pretty sure I remember going there a couple times, including after having Reveal, and oh, the Sea God Tier itself. And I think I know where that is. I think it's in that one random cave that you use Carry for. So that's just another mental block that I have to make. So right, was there one thing at the very end of Aqua Rock? Do I have Parch now? I don't know if it's worth going all the way to Aqua Rock for a single check. And no, it wasn't even Parch that we needed. We need the item that you would normally unlock the area for Parch. And it's just a water rock. And there's stuff that I need burst. Still. Already tried Gaia Rock and got stuck in the maze. Right, I'm not skimming far enough ahead. That's the big problem of it all. So I know you weren't here when I asked it the first time, but have you tried out the Golden Sun on Nintendo Switch Online. I'm kind of impressed that they were able to release both Golden Sun and the Lost Age at the same time. It almost made up for the fact that it was so long between the announcement and the release. You know that they you know the online service for Nintendo Switch Online and how they do retro games. In their GBA lineup, both Golden Sun and Golden Sun: The Lost Age are on that now. You may not have noticed, even if you have online, because I forget the actual name. I just call it Premium. Game Boy Advance and N64 games are tied behind the Premium edition, but they are there now. So lift there. I think I did a check already. Boat wings. I think if I skim to after the Jupiter Lighthouse, that's when I'll start finding the stuff that I could use Force with. Did I get that one? Fair. We'll leave it at that. That's fair. I'm not sure if it's just for a summon tablet, but I'm not sure if I did. I don't even recall this cave in like the lower southwest landmass that you use Parch to get a summon from. I'll keep that in the back of my mind in case I don't find anything else. Alright, I guess while we're here, you can check out Shaman Village Cave. Alright. Looks like it's just a man plant and everything else I got already, so at least we don't have to worry about climbing up Shaman Village once again. Settlement, there's not really too much that we can do. Loho, I done already. It's really just that one thing with Force that we've done already, isn't it? Did the Dark Matter. Checking Prox, that's where Hover was. Got the cookie. Is there a Sacred Feather in the house? Would that count as a check? Yeah, Archeon Cavern. As soon as we get that, it'd be worth checking for, because I'm pretty sure that's where the randomizer put the Sea Gods tier. And why is it taking so long to actually show? Why is it taking the guy so long to show where Force is? Unless they just stuck it when we first go into that dungeon. I wish better for Pokemon. Game Freak's shown that they can do things that are interesting with Legends Arceus. And I see the potential of even the new games, but it was kind of hard for me to get into any post-game stuff with that one. Guys, not giving me any leads, so I guess I'll check out that Southwest Island, because that's actually a check that I kind of missed the first time around, which is crazy in itself, because even though a good chunk of the reason for the break was being sick, I did spend a good amount of time trying to figure out where, just playing the game on my own and roaming around the lands trying to find stuff that I might have missed. But that Unless there's just no map for it, I definitely did not check for that summon tablet yet. Oh, avoid was on. I did try the swamp. The problem is, I'm pretty sure in order to actually get to the dungeon-y part of the swamp, you need growth. And if I had growth, I would be much further in Gaia's Rock by now. Feel free to keep trying with the guesses though. There's gotta be something I'm missing, and this will be a good start. Yeah, this little thing tucked up in the corner. Oh, don't tell me I didn't do it yet because we actually need the flying boat in order to do it. Wow, I think you actually need the flying boat to do that. I love to fly, but we can't fly until we get Isaac's party. We don't have wings. While we're here though, I might as well at least see how close I can get. So, Force is kind of a bust, but if I could think of more to do with Hover, the beginning itself. Yeah, it's blocked off by this freaking random river. Well, And this would be the part that I edit away until I could think of something new. Well, while I'm trying to brainstorm things that we can check next, I can go show you all that Sea God tier place that I was talking about. I'm pretty sure it's this cavern. And just how close, yes, so far I am to actually being able to find something with it. Yeah. It would suck to come across a roadblock already. Because I think the hint specifically said, like, a key to progress onwards is in... It says... in coast. Yeah, because that looks very Sea God tier-y to me. But game really makes sure you need carry for this one single tablet. Which I don't have. It's times like these that make you realize how redundant Synergy and Golden Sun can be. Because carry and lift don't seem like they would be that different, and yet it makes all the change. And speaking of things that I'm just gonna check while I'm trying to brainstorm other options, I could double check on that quote-unquote sacred fetter, just to say that I did get all the checks in town. Did you recheck the desert eptonal boss? Yeah, I've been through that desert several times, and I went to the room with the teleport tile. That was actually one of the first things I did with sand. And there was energy that we needed there, but that was from way long ago. Alright, where is the house? I think this is the house that has the sacred fetter. It may not even be in here, it might be outside, but I mean, this does seem like a suspicious room that would hide something. Surprised there's not anything hiding in, like, one of the colored pots. Really? Maybe it's, like, around here. In the next Golden Sun game, I can get some synergies. Causing synergy points outside of battle. But once they get spam a lot, and they specifically make one synergy point because of that, like reveal, I wouldn't mind those things being zero synergy. I'm pretty sure it was this house, so maybe it's this pot outside. Weird. Might as well double check the guide. Like, if it's in a pot, then this will be a waste of our time because those things aren't randomized. But I figured I might as well check and cover all of our bases. Because it'll be one dumb little thing like the Magma Ball inside Amniosacum. Little thing. Man, I've spent so much time roaming around Yampe Desert on stream and off that's not exactly excited to actually go forward. Maybe I left Mars Lighthouse too soon. I think I got everything, but I do admit that I kind of just turned around the moment I hit the wall. There's that Jin. There's a Ginny inside the house too. That one seems new. This is a house that has a sacred fetter in it. Maybe this box? No, I'm just shocked that there isn't anything... Ah! In this random basement. And yeah, it's a normal sacred fetter. That's actually less than worthless. I got things mixed up with... I got things mixed up with Dawn Jin of all things. And I'm mistaken the sacred fetter as something naturally useful. Again, well, before we leave, I guess I could investigate where that second Ginny is. But after that, I know what to do, even if I know the only thing I'm gonna get out of it is another Jin. That's where the store is. So up ahead here would be where the house that supposedly has a Jin inside of it. I've always transferred my data from Golden Sun 1, so these optional Jins I've never actually bothered to get before. So this is a new experience for me. Look at this, we just got a little friend hanging out by the fireplace and being all cozy in the little cabin. Even making things out of fish eggs. Which I guess is fitting for a Ginny living in here, but a fishy Ginny would probably eat fish eggs. I don't think that was the intent of the creators, but still. Alright, so that's another Jin in the boots. Man, I am so ready to just poem Carts and Elgato when we get to them. Cause look at how we're almost maxed out on Jennies before even going to Jupiter Lighthouse. Now if only I could have that luck actually getting utility spells. Triple check to make sure I got everything in here. Yeah, there's that cookie, dark matter that I got already. And the sacred fetter and 2 Jins. Right now, the only new thing we got is that healing fungus. So I'm gonna go redeem that, even if it's just for a Jin, and... No, excuse me. Maybe going back to those earlier areas will inspire something. What was that? Did I get too button trigger happy, or what? Well, at least I could just fast travel. Okay, I think it was over in Magdra where... the old couple is. Go ahead and go with that. I just hate to end off the stream 1 hour in when I'm like so excited to try to get back into this and at least have a couple hours of recording so I can get back into editing Lost Age Randomizer, because even though I have a few videos still ready to go, I don't have anything left to edit. I've edited everything already. Oh, thank goodness. Now that leaves me confused, because the guy definitely says that normally a laughing fungus appears in that area, but... oh, cool, the big thing was, I went through Magdra Caverns already, and that's where... actually, I think that's where I found Mind Read. I'm not sure where I said I found Mind Read before, but memory serves a lot better that I got it from there, and I don't think we got anything new that would have helped us get anywhere else. Yeah, it'd be nice to, like... there's so many things that would be nice to do, and yet we just seem to have all of them elude us. Like, I just realized that we're one burst away from being able to start forging the prongs, but we can't really do too much with them until we find the other two. How am I missing so much, despite everything we've recently gotten? Don't mind me while I'm trying to scroll. I'm trying to come up with a backup plan in case I gotta go back to messing around with this occasionally on my own time until I get another lead. Because, if we were closer to the 2 hour mark, I'd be more open to ending off the stream there, but if I can swap over to another game easily enough, I wouldn't mind, like, doing that instead of, like, just running a... I think we can only I think I speak for all of us when I say we can only stand so much just running around aimlessly trying to find a lead before it gets boring. Now, if I can just do that on my own time while listening to a video or something, that might be for the best. Yeah, I feel like I've done everything in Dalkian Plateau several times over, and yet I got the temptation to go back there again. Oh, excuse me. A lot more stuff right in Magdra than I was thinking, but a lot of it is stuff that would be in the box. You know, I'm pretty sure I got whatever the nurse cap was already. Oh yeah. When was the last time I went to Indra Cavern? I can't remember if that's the one that I keep going to thinking that there was something and it's just money, or... I'll keep that in mind if I'm desperate for backtracking. What else did I actually need from here? Like, you got this... I could have sworn you actually used Tremor for something in the catacombs, even though that's where you would normally get Tremor. I thought it was like a Legend of Zelda sort of thing where you get the dungeon item and then you can use it in that same dungeon to actually unlock something. Because if I'm not seeing anything like that in the guide, and if that's not the case, then I've definitely gotten everything of note from these catacombs. Bit. You won't be able to open this door until you get reveal. Pretty sure yeah, I did that already. I'll just come back to it. Anything in Muscala that I might have missed? No, I'm pretty sure I checked. I'll double check off screen if I remember, but I did do the cliffs, right? Like, you have to go by that area, so did I do the I wonder. It's better than just standing around here doing nothing, so let me double check the cliffs. Because I know I've been for that area, but if I didn't have Lash at the time, there is a possibility that there's an item check that I never, checked. If it's not Galawan Cliffs, it would be a quick zoom, depending on how long you hold the temptation. Alright, and that's where the cavern is, which, I might double check if nothing, no leads here. That is... It looks like I got whatever's here already, because it looks like that Lash area is held down. That's where you would normally use it, right? Reach the treasure chest, climb down the rope to a piece of wreckage. Use Lash. I'll humor the game, but I don't see anything there. I'm pretty sure No, it's down on the beach. Right? Well, the good news, I found something new. The bad news. Also, let me just use that cookie before I forget. I think I was putting it off because I didn't want to waste everyone's time deciding who to give it to, but who am I kidding? I'm gonna forget if I don't just do it now. And why was I even hesitating? Felix should definitely get the cookie. So, I mean, this is good. We're finding new stuff that I overlooked a lot. That's gonna be the key, because that's how we're gonna find the thing that we missed. So, next thing I'm gonna check is the cavern, just to triple make sure. Yeah. Alright. You know what, I think I need to take a break. I need to get water, and I need to, also the other end of it. So, as empty as your soul. Ouch. Sad but relatable. So I wish I could think of something that would make a better entertainment for an intermission, but an intermission is kind of needed. It'll be a quick one though. I'll be back. Alright. Hide all this. I guess it was good I took that break, because I did think of something. Not Elite per se, but I remembered the real reason why I wanted to get to Prox so badly. One of the 5 hint people are specifically in Prox, and this will be our second last hint. Final one being in Lemuria, which obviously we can't get to for our own reasons. This is like what is one of the elders. There are 2 important items in the Mars Lighthouse. Really? That's the hint? That's the whole hint? Does that... Shoot. Now I'm getting a little... Let's go back to the Mars Lighthouse, because 2 important items. I know we got 1 important item, but I don't recall anything memorable that we got from the Lighthouse besides Force. So... Guess we're back in here again. It's a good thing I remembered that hint. The question is though, what else can I explore? I kind of hit a dead end. Don't tell me burst is my win condition now. This just takes us to the plaza, right? And there's a lot that we need to progress until we're ready to do all that. Yeah, this is just like the area where we read off the hints. Then that will open up until we like the subsection of the Lighthouse. Oh, wrong button. I mean, the good news, if we can call it that. Oh, wait. Is there anything important in this side area? Well, that very well could be the second important item that we needed. Nothing that I was looking for right now, but I can't complain because we'll need it eventually. Game did say we needed 2 important items, though, and if we're willing to count Force as an important item, which I'm kinda hesitant, that could be the 2 important items we need. Just to be sure though, I'm gonna just push on forward and make sure that was actually the end of the road until I get burst. I don't think it was that long of a trek, especially with encounters turned off. I can't believe that the game was bold enough to say that there's 2 important items in here. And yet there's only 1 thing to do with Force in the entire game. And it didn't even have anything important in it. Well, the good news is we can find 1 more prong and burst, which if I had burst, there would be so many other things I could do. Then we got something. Do I still have that tab with the Golden Sun music that I can pull up? Well, because I think I'm going to resort to checking my own hint video. Or like the video I recorded specifically of the hints. I don't. It shouldn't be too hard to find because it's an unlisted video. Although I also realized I could also just check the community tab. That might actually be less effort. Whatever, it's here. The power to create spires of ice awaits in the town with great fear. Got that already. Power to listen moves awaits in the small settlement of Little Note. Yeah, walking on air, that's the one we just got, but I think I underestimated that second hint. That lift and moves. My god. We're carried lock, aren't we? But the problem is, I think I know what they mean by settlement of Little Note. There's honestly two candidates, but the one I was leaning towards was one of the things that was blocked off by Cyclone. Which has eluded me for so long. And even if it's the other place, that's also being blocked off to me by growth. Never fret, I'll go back to looking up every little thing until we find the stupid thing. Both of these energies cannot elude me forever. It's just a matter of if I got patience to do it on screen or not. So, where did I leave off? Oh my god. Am I seriously considering even going to Ayers Rock? I'm pretty sure I had all the skills I needed to fully explore the place, so I had to exhaust all my options while we were there. I guess because it's slightly more entertaining than just standing here in place, I'll double check Nosala while I am pondering what else we can do. Because I'm just going for the guide page by page at this point and seeing if anything sticks out. Because even though it was completely worthless, there was one new thing that I found. So maybe there's more. Okay, I think if I didn't get it already, I would be able to see it from here. Oh, screw you, depth perception. Yeah. The item should, well, it's a Jinn, and the item's in the upper path. So I got both these things already. Anything else of note within the dungeon or the town? Everything feels like a dungeon to me at this point. I was gonna say, I did miss a nut, but no, I got that already. You know, let's stay in here for slightly different background music. It'd be nice, peaceful background music if I wasn't just letting my controller tilt and tumble all over the place. So far, yeah. Pretty sure I've been in Girl enough times to get everything there, including what the Hypnotist Sword originally was. That would be the only item check in that town. Let's assume that I've done Ayers Rock already for now. Then the Yampe Desert, I'll throw that in the list of places to quadruple check off stream. Am I certain I was diligent in exploring Madra? I've had access to reveal for a while, so I would assume I feel pretty confident that I checked the chest in the Circle of Graves already. If I don't find anything else worth looking into, though, I might just double check. There is that large bread, but we need Tremor for that. You know, finding a large bread in general might be good, because it would opened up a huge amount of item checks. Maybe not as huge as I hope, but a significant amount. And I'm pretty sure I got everything from the cliffs a long time ago. Wait, there's a healing fungus and laughing fungus here. What do you need to get the laughing fungus? Well, I need... Oh, I only need Piers for that, so... I'll double check, it's something to do. This is... I can't even use the excuse of this is why I went on hiatus for so long with the stream. It was going to be, but then I found the Magma Ball within a week after stopping. Only to immediately get sick afterwards. Wait. Just going to try to triple check the cliff and scroll through here along the way. Trying to master multitasking in all of its forms in that. I'll get over there and... Well, I mean, do I really need to use Slash when I'm already over here? Yeah, actually it would be up on that cliff side. Which is not. There's no item up here, so I've done that check already. Nothing to know over here. Ooh, I love that sound. Let me just... Because we have Frost, I'm gonna do this the fast way. Blade. I kind of want to check Blade again, but Kimball Mountain I've been to too many times, forgetting that I need growth before I can actually get the things. But I'm pretty sure the only thing I missed was a gin. I'm just gonna go through here the long way with the hopes that if there was something I missed, it would be along the Piers exclusive path. Kindle, there's not really anything I can do there until I get Cyclone. Oh, what I wouldn't give to have growth or Cyclone. Preferably both, at a time like now. Okay, that's just scenery. Had to make sure. Kimbo Mountain, Mardra. Oh, there is stuff you do with Tremor. It just wasn't showing up on the guide because the way the guide works. But I don't have Tremor, so that's right. I saw what it was, and it wasn't important. I think it was just like another Psy Crystal. Ooh, if only I could do the Gombut Catacombs right about now, but you need Cyclone almost immediately when you enter the dungeon. And right, we need the Sea God's Tear before we can do Shrine of the Sea God, which, as we established this very stream, is a little out of our access at the moment. I did the penguin side quest thing. I'm pretty sure I did the penguin side quest thing. I was definitely in that area. Why am I having second doubts of if I did the penguin side quest? Well, if nothing else, it would give us a nice change of scenery. Yeah, there's the birds. I don't think I mind read all the animals because the bird is blocked behind Carrie. Yeah. These penguins are happy and free, living their best lives. I'm pretty sure I helped them already. I don't think I mind read them, but because I definitely didn't have mind read at the time, but I'm pretty sure they still gave me the stone regardless. Nothing better than blah blah blah. It's pretty pleasant, and I like that he likes me, but he's always chasing me around. I feel like I'm being smarter and I don't like it. That nickname though, I don't know if I should read it out loud. I might pronounce it wrong. Yum. We definitely need Cyclone before doing anything with that. Swamp, am I really sure there's absolutely nothing I can do before I get growth? Where is 13 on here? Yeah, I've seen this area already, and can't wait to get something useful. Are we already at an hour 40 minutes? Time just flies by when you're... I don't even know what I would say at this point, because I'm not sure if fun would be the accurate thing. Before I forget though, I'm gonna just triple check and make sure I'm not mistaking any sort of items with... Yeah, that's the forgeable material, and the aqua rock is what we use to explore the last of, well, aqua rock. It's been a while since we've been to Tundra, but there's pretty sure everything less left in here we burst for. There was that area with reveal, but I definitely did that because I think there are people on the same street. No, oh, don't mind me. Don't think I'm getting a little stuffy in the nose at all. Absolutely nothing else I could do with Gaia's Rock. The problem is, like, there could be more, but we need the dancing idol, and don't have that either. What's in the catacomb? Did I have Parch at the time that we went into the catacomb cave? I'm pretty sure I did, but I also can't recall if I used Parch. I guess I'll just backtrack there real quick while scrolling the guide looking for something else of note. Yeah, I definitely mind read the cow already, because I made a whole scene out of it. really should have waited until I exhausted all my options, because this isn't exactly the most pleasant place to be. I gotta see something. They do make you use move before that passage is opened up. Random. Sure. I wish I could just teleport to the area just to make sure that I'm not just wasting everyone's time. This might be the point where I take a few precautions to reduce the amount of time we waste. On that note though, that feels off. The worst part is I can't help but have the feeling that I've done this already and time waste is inevitable, but there are some things that aren't adding up. Things that I feel like I should remember but don't. But that might just be the desperation of trying to find something new to do. Wait. But I need to pound down that. Maybe I haven't been here already, because there's obviously more going on with this puzzle than I was giving credit for. Actually, wow, that was a waste of time. Why did I do that? Actually, yeah. Push this down. Re-push the rock, because I probably gotta do that after resetting the room. There better be something new here. And then run all the way back over there. Just to go down that case. Dead end, really? Well, I guess I gotta pound down one of these. And I already got the thing over there. Oh, that's where the water was. So I've done this already. Right, that's where the water would be if I didn't parch it. Yep. Who knows, I probably would have kept nagging myself if I didn't do that check, though. So... next up on my guide is to see the time, which we can't do yet for obvious reasons. Which makes this whole Lamaria section kind of pointless. Undersea, forging, got on quest, once you know grind. Yes, we did the grind, that's how we got to the second half of this place anyways. There's that settlement that has growth. No, I don't want to see Shaman Village ever again. Crisis and defeat. What's the next dungeon? Go. You know what? Let's look very closely and make sure that I didn't miss anything obvious on the way. Like, this is just a huge map that's fucking annoying. And the worst part is our last hint is in here. What sort of grand hint could be tucked away from us for so long? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got the vial chest. Anything else in town besides that single chest? Because I wouldn't even be shocked if I missed something like that at this point. Well, I do know that I'm gonna lift up this boulder, probably for the third time, just to assure that I did it. Oh, and you have to use... I've done it before, but you have to have Cyclone. Why is Cyclone being such a pain to find? Game tickets, I'm not interested. Not gonna bother with Jupiter Lighthouse because I'm pretty sure I went as far as I could before getting Cyclone Block, which was not far in the slightest. Guys repeating stuff that I just looked over because now you actually have the items to do it. That cave, which I can't get until we get wings on our boat. Shaman Village again. Got a settlement. Ooh, which I get the strong feeling has something that we... get the strong feeling that's where Carrie is, but we can't do anything with that until we get Cyclone. But since it's slightly better than just standing here again, let's go to Ghana Settlement. Because I'm pretty sure I got it already, but there is one other thing that we can get from Reveal. In the meantime, let me skip past Magma Rock. Whoa, I didn't leave there too soon, right? There's like... oh, I forgot I still had Reveal. Did I swap Reveal away? Yeah, if there was something in the chest, it would be right about here. I'm surprised the chest didn't... This is a tombstone. I'm surprised it's there though, and not just like replaced with an item. Sand the rooftop. Core, crystal power. The mineral. The silver that I'm pretty sure I got, but I'm basically just doing one final sweep before ending off the stream. So I might as well backtrack to these different locations as I'm checking. We don't really got too much more that we can check though. I'm almost back at the Mars Lighthouse. And I was all excited that finding the Magma Ball meant that we were actually gonna have a full stream without getting stuck. There's something there, but it's a sparkle and not an item, so hope's not high, but yeah, it's just silver. And more silver? Maybe that's just a glitch. Yeah, it's gone now. Well, at least can assure that's everything here. The stupid carry cavern that's can't do utility squad about. There's that. There's Mars Lighthouse. Yep. Yeah, it's like we don't have teleport proper. We have it in retreat, but we don't have the actual teleport spell. That would allow us to at least ransack all the optional dungeons for stuff. See your time, which there is a couple item checks without teleport, but we can't really get to them without finding the little turtle. Let me just double check that I didn't like sell something in a shop for storage space, and that's because it would be embarrassing if that was biting me in the butt. Yeah. I've definitely exhausted Treasure Isles for all that it's worth. What you got in your artifact section? Potion, Water of Life. Nothing I really want or need at the moment. And that's the end of the guide. And I'm sorry that the stream has to end like this, but we're about 2 hours in anyways. The only thing I can think of at this point is going through entire dungeons that I've already been through, and not really too keen on doing that right this moment. So thank you all for tuning in for more Lost Age Randomizer. I'm not doing this again until I get another lead, because there's no point in... I feel like I've already spent like an hour not making any progress, and I don't want to pain you all with another 2 hours of just me just standing around looking at a guide when I'm not just mindlessly wondering. So I guess next week, if I do finally next week, I'll do more of this. Otherwise, I'll think of something else to stream. yeah, at least I got like maybe one episode out of this worth of one video worth out of this entire stream, but I wouldn't have known that until we gave it a shot. Yeah, see y'all later. No point in keeping on stalling about this.